was kind of serendipitous. A friend of mine said, "You've got to take this course, it's going to be amazing." And I had no idea what it was about. I had never heard of it, and called Brooke and sent in an application in a 10-minute window of service that I had. And here I am.
It is a group of people, I would say average citizens, coming together, learning about their strengths, weaknesses, and coming together to make the world a better place.
It's bringing people together, right? There was people in my own community now of Yakulit that I wasn't super close with, but now I am so close, and their families, my neighbors, and you connect so many more dots.
I mean, the region is geographically really big, and there's mountains and there's oceans and lakes and many small communities that are spread out. And so that's definitely one of the reasons why people don't get to exchange as much as, a city where things are closer. And so yeah, Leadership Vancouver Island is very special because it allows you to actually move through the communities and learn in place from people who live there and connect to people who live there.
It's way more fun than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be a little more, I guess, on the school learning, lecturing side, because that was my experience with doing university courses before, and it's been informal in a really fun and super educational way still.
I think the biggest thing is that everyone can be a leader. Myself, I've always been someone that has strived to succeed, but this course has showed me that every single person in the group has abilities and gifts and potentials that qualify them to lead in some way in their life.
Yeah, one of the best things about this group in particular, but the course in general, is that your peers are the best teachers. And so it's really amazing when you get a group of people who are so candid and comfortable that they can open up and share and be vulnerable, because you can learn so much. And so yeah, obviously our speakers are amazing, but I would say that our classmates and how open we can be together, those classmates have been the biggest teachers for me.
It's been really great to just connect with people that I maybe wouldn't normally have had an opportunity to meet. So that networking aspect has been wonderful. I've got so many new friends that I can reach out to in different parts of the community that are doing all sorts of different things, and just to feel more involved in all of the West Coast communities kind of as a whole.
There's the community project and then your personal leadership plan. So my personal leadership plan is all around how I feel I can inspire others with my leadership abilities, my leadership gifts. So that's my plan. And on top of that, we've got our team plan, our team projects.
The community project is a time to put that personal work that you're doing into practice within a community context. So it's really good to think about your personal leadership plan, but then even better is to have an actual canvas to paint it out on.
Community projects are hard. They're really hard. It's hard to get everybody in the same place, communicating in an effective way with the same goals, and it was hard for us to choose what we wanted to do. It could have been any topic, and we could have found a really great purpose and felt really good about what we were doing, but it comes back to just creating those connections in that community, and I think that the project itself is going to be a great thing, and I think it will hopefully help a lot of people, but now we've brought people together. In the future, I hope that people that I went through the LVI course with, whether they were in my team or not, will be working on something in the community and be able to pull on ideas from each other, and it's just kind of created this broader network that will maybe lead to more and more and more projects in coming years.
I think there's 15 of us, and each of those 15 members can now go into our communities and start sharing what we've learned.
And I had an interesting conversation with Ricardo the other day, talking about after 5 years or 5 cohorts, the number of actual alumni and the things that they're doing. Very diverse across the region. Maybe they're leaders in their First Nation government, or maybe they're a manager at a tourism operation, or maybe they're working at a nonprofit. But they all have that same shared experience, and there's such strong relationships and such open dialogue And I don't know, it's hard to say if that's exactly, I'm not saying that is because of Leadership Vancouver Island, but I would say Leadership Vancouver Island is one of the many things about our region that allows for, such good functional society to happen.
Just overall, it's been a wonderful time, and that I think lifelong friends that this has made, and connections to the community. I think it's going to help me through the rest of these years.
My big sell would be, don't do it just because your boss told you to. I think if you're not really wanting to better yourself, you're not going to get as much out of it as you could, and you might be taking that opportunity from someone that really does want to get ahead.
I'd say go in with no expectations, because it was kind of on a whim that I decided to join. I thought I wanted to give back to my community, and leadership sounds like something I should want to pursue more, but I knew nothing about it, and I think that was awesome that I didn't know anything, because then it just got to be this amazing experience that I didn't kind of have like guidelines for set up in my mind for what I wanted it to be, and I was able to just enjoy each leadership day as it came.
Well, businesses in the community are now just getting someone that didn't know their gifts now sharing their gifts, and in theory, or hopefully now, encouraging others to share their gifts. I think that's the biggest thing, is to like, okay, look, here's what I can do, what are your gifts, and how can you share it with the world?